Now is hands down the easiest time to grow a YouTube channel, and no one is even talking about the real reason why. So in this video, I want to show you how exactly smart creators and small business owners are using AI to grow their YouTube channels faster than ever. The equation of YouTube success really comes down to two factors: the average quality per video and the frequency of your uploads. And this is pretty easy to understand, right? If your average video is consistently high quality and you're able to upload very frequently at that level of quality, then you're going to be able to grow much faster than other people. So we're going to look at how AI can help you specifically improve your average quality per video and your frequency of uploads one by one. So how can AI help me improve a video quality, not because of its editing or whether it's 4K or not, although they're important, but really the key here is AI can help you think better or outthink your competition. So let me explain. So the best way to think better with AI is to treat it as your second brain, essentially to use AI as your enhanced intelligence. Now, I know it sounds a little bit abstract, so let me show an example to you to make it a little bit more concrete, okay? So let's start with ChatGPT. Let's say, hypothetically, I were a productivity coach. So you want to start by describing what your focus is in either your business or your content, right? And also talk a little bit more about your ideal client avatar here. So let's say I am a productivity coach and my ideal client is a busy executive who often feel overwhelmed by having too many things to get done on agenda. So what's a unique must-click angle for a YouTube video about beating overwhelm and boosting daily productivity? Please suggest 5 to 10 video ideas. So what you want to do here is once you get ChatGPT's output, you want to quickly read through it and pick the top one or two that you like the most. Then you want to repeat the same process on a few other AI platforms and essentially cross-examine the ideas and compare them together and synthesize the best of each one together into a more original and more value-driven video. I'm going to race through the output and pick the top one or two that I like the most. Okay, and then I'm going to do yet another AI. And let me copy the prompt here. So I'll say, hey, I like the following video ideas. And you're going to paste the number one favorite topic you like the most from each of the output. Let me just quickly read through Claude's output. I like this one the most. And from Grow, I like this one because this one is contrarian and always gets people's attention. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross-examine all the video ideas I like the most and try to essentially consolidate them into a more original, more action-driven video. So then I'm going to ask AI, how can I combine the above angles and consolidate them into one video that's even more original and action-driven for my audience. So just looking at this quickly, I actually quite like the structure for this overall because that it combines these three unique ideas together, right? And actually teaches my audience something new that it didn't know before, therefore adding a lot of value. For example, it talks about what is this 10 million question. It gives them this one-page executive system for them to follow. Right, it talks about this new idea for CEOs, why multitasking actually equals to executive suicide, and it touches directly to their pain point while being action-oriented, right? Like it literally gives them not only this one-page executive system for them to follow, but also talks about the reset ritual that they can follow to act on. So overall, I really like this, and this is a great example of how you can actually use AI as your second brain to get different ideas and combine them together into something that's more original and better. Okay, so that was the first part, how AI can help you think better. Now, AI can also help you produce more videos more quickly so you can upload more frequently. So I want you to think about my FAST framework. Now, F represents frame your hook, which just means that AI can help you write and automate your hooks, which is the intro part of your video that's really critical for viewer retention. Now, A stands for attract with visuals. So it just means that AI can design and create, in some sense, your thumbnails. And we'll talk a little bit more about the tools that you can use in a little bit. And S stands for scripting smartly. So you can use AI to write and automate your scripting or just a full outline. And T is transform in editing. So without tools like Descript and all the other AI-empowered tools for editing, previously we're doing everything manually, right? Where you have to pay someone like $1,000 for them to edit your videos. It's typically takes days, if not weeks, a very long manual time-consuming process. Now with tools like Descript, you can pretty much consolidate the entire video editing process down to 1 to 2 hours, which is a lot more efficient. All right, so let's go back to the output here. I want to show you how you can actually use AI to automate not only your hooks, but the scripting process and also the thumbnail process. In addition to those 4 elements, you also obviously have to sit down to film your video. That part cannot be automated unless you are interested in doing a faceless channel. But for more of an expert-led style channel, like a faceless channel is usually not the best idea. So we're just assuming that you're doing the traditional talking head video here. So that part cannot be automated. So let's look at the title part. Okay, how can you use AI to actually create your titles for the video? So what we're looking at is the previous output, which is it has suggested this consolidated video concept as suggested a corresponding structure for the video. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the title here and we are going to go down and paste it. And essentially, we're going to tell ChatGPT, please suggest title variations under this 3 angles. So this is the method I use that I really like for title generation, which is typically whenever you get an original title from AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude, you want to ask it to generate different variations under this 3 angles. The first is curiosity angle, curiosity-driven angle. The second one here is contrarian angle. The third one here is essentially your title is promising a very specific but enticing result. You want to say, hey, please suggest 5 titles under each angle, and then you would compare. So send. So then what you want to do here is you can, usually I just keep this prompt, copy and paste this, save it somewhere so next time I can just drop it in without retyping everything. And then you want to look at the titles as suggested and review them all and pick 1 or 2 that you like the most, right? And you can actually take it with your video for A/B testing. All right, so looking at the titles ChatGPT suggested for me, I'm just going to quickly go through them, review them, and pick one that I like the most. Let's say I like this one the most. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to say, hey, let's now focus on generating the hooks for the video under this title. Let's generate the hook for this video. Please suggest 3 hook scripts that meet the following requirements. So what you can do here is I typically like to give them a formula or rather a proven framework for how to structure the hook instead of just giving it free reins and letting it coming up with something completely new. So one of the frameworks that's really proven is pretty simple. So in your hook, you would want to start by talking about something that meet the audience expectations. So when people click into your video, they already have some expectations, judging by the title, right? So judging by this title, the daily ritual that turns overwhelm into focus in 15 minutes. So you want to start the video by immediately talking about how you're going to deliver on this. Otherwise, people will feel like it's like a bait switch and they're going to bounce. So first, you want to immediately say something that meets the audience expectations. And then you want to exceed their expectations by mentioning that, hey, in addition to show you how you can actually do this, I will give you something else, something extra that makes this video even more value-driven for you. So you want to stick around and watch through the entire video. And you want to make sure the hooks are done in 45 to 60 seconds because you want to get to the point quickly instead of dragging it on and wasting people's time. So let's hit send and see what it returns. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just read through all those 3 hooks and pick the one I like. So now I know the hook and the title of the video. Now I can actually script out this video, right? But instead of scripting it out, what I would recommend is actually have talking bullet points under a outline, because typically that's faster and easier to do. And also it comes out more naturally. It actually gives you a better result because you seem a little bit more authentic instead of just trying to remember all your word for word script, which can come across as like more robotic. So what I will do here is I'll scroll up and I'll find the structure of the video, which is the outline. I'm going to paste it. And I am going to ask ChatGPT to help me script out each section one by one. So you don't want to be scripting out the whole thing in one go because it's not going to give you the best results. So you want to have more of a back and forth iterative process. So let's say, hey, last out the first section of this outline above, which is, what is the first section? The reality check. Okay, call out the pain point for your audience, executives feeling overwhelmed, drawing tasks, meetings, and emails. So I would just paste it here. So I don't need a full word by word script because it feels more robotic. I would prefer use the just 3 to 5 talking points under this paragraph. Okay. And then once you get the output, you can, of course, add your own insights. You can change the order. You can iterate however you want. And I will just copy the finalized order of talking points for the first section and repeat for the rest of the sections. All right, so for the last part, which is creating your thumbnails, what I would recommend is 2 different tools. The first one here is Magnific, and the second one here is Pixels. They're all pretty straightforward to use. You can either use them to generate just brand new thumbnails you like, or you can tell them a specific design style, or you can upload and feed them your mock-up, your own design, original design for the thumbnail that you want it to create, and use it to finalize and touch up on your thumbnail. So now you know how AI is a real superpower that can help you not only improve your average quality per video, but also increase your actual video output. In the next video, I want to show you how to use AI in a smart way to help you identify underserved niches or video topics on YouTube. Because you can be spending all of this time and effort to try to create a video, but if the video topic you selected to begin with does not have surging demand, it's not going to do much for you. It's going to stay buried, essentially. So the most important step, and also the first step, is to make sure you pick a video topic that is underserved, that has a lot of demand behind it, that can lead to search traffic, which is exactly what I'm going to talk about and break down in detail in the next video. So go watch the next video right now, and do remember to hit subscribe if you want more effective AI strategies and workflows for busy small business owners to grow their YouTube channels faster. I'll see you in the next video.